Ever wondered how a philosopher on a throne might rule an empire? Brace yourselves as we dive into The Stoic Emperor, 6 leadership rules from Marcus Aurelius, unearthing the fascinating leadership secrets of an emperor who navigated the turbulent waters of ancient politics with a philosopher's mind and a stoic's resilience. You won't want to miss how these timeless principles can revolutionize your leadership style today. Rule 1. Empire of humility. Lead with modesty. Imagine ruling an empire but walking alongside your people instead of standing above them. That's the essence of Marcus Aurelius' humble approach to leadership. This Roman emperor, known for his wisdom and integrity, shattered the egocentric norms of leadership by placing himself on the same level as those he led. He understood that authority does not equate to superiority and recognized the contributions and value of each individual. Humility, as Aurelius showed, is not about belittling oneself, but about elevating others. It's about understanding that every person has a role to play, and no role is insignificant. It's about putting the needs of the group before your own, fostering a culture of mutual respect and leading by example. By embodying humility, Aurelius earned the loyalty and respect of his subjects and his peers, creating a harmonious and cooperative atmosphere within his empire. This wasn't just an emperor reigning from his lofty throne, this was a leader working hand in hand with his people. So if you aspire to be a leader, be it of a team, a company, or just your own life, remember Marcus Aurelius. Remember that true leadership thrives on humility. Start with respect and success will follow. Before we go further on our path, I encourage you to show your support by giving the video a like and subscribing to Timeless Stoic. This not only aids me in understanding what resonates with you, but also fuels the creation of more such enlightening content. Let's continue with rule number 2. Rule 2. Master your mind, the art of self-discipline. Picture an emperor with immense power and wealth, yet he exercises restraint, keeps his desires in check, and consistently chooses duty over indulgence. This was the way of Marcus Aurelius, a man who demonstrated that the power of self-discipline is far greater than any imperial authority. Aurelius knew that to effectively lead his empire, he first needed to master his own mind. He needed to ensure that his actions were not guided by fleeting emotions or personal whims, but by reasoned judgment and a strong sense of duty. He believed that a leader who cannot control themselves can never truly control an organization, a team, or a nation. This self-mastery was not confined to his actions alone. Aurelius also disciplined his thoughts, nurturing an inner peace that remained undisturbed by external events. He understood that the world outside is often beyond our control, but the world within us can always be managed with the right discipline and focus. His meditations reflect his constant strive towards self-improvement and his relentless pursuit of virtue over vice. And so Aurelius stands as an enduring testament to the incredible power of self-discipline. Whether you're a CEO, a team leader, or a solo entrepreneur, Aurelius's rule resonates universally. Leadership starts within. By mastering your own mind and actions, you set the foundation for strong, effective, and inspiring leadership. Rule 3. The Stoics gaze objectivity in leadership. The seat of power often presents a distorted view of reality, clouded by personal biases, emotions, and preconceived notions. Yet Marcus Aurelius, despite his position as the emperor, exemplified an almost unparalleled sense of objectivity. He mastered the art of separating his personal feelings from facts, ensuring his decisions were based on the stark reality of situations, not on his subjective interpretations. In the grand theater of politics and power, it was his stoic gaze that allowed him to see things as they were, not as he desired them to be. This objectivity was not merely an intellectual exercise, it was an essential leadership practice. By removing the veil of personal bias, he could judge situations and people fairly, make rational decisions, and foster trust among those he led. It was his ability to keep emotions at bay, to maintain the clarity of thought amidst chaos that differentiated Aurelius from other leaders. He showed us that the best leaders are those who can discern the true nature of things and act accordingly. Emulating Aurelius, modern leaders can cultivate this stoic gaze, learning to make decisions that are not swayed by emotions or personal biases, but are grounded in the reality of the situation. By practicing objective judgment, you can create an environment of trust, fairness, and balance, leading your team towards success. Rule 4, from shadows to light, the power of self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius was not just an emperor. He was also a philosopher, a thinker, and a man who took the time to delve into the depths of his own mind. In the silence of his thoughts, he found one of the most potent tools for leadership, is self-reflection. Aurelius believed that a leader's wisdom does not stem solely from the knowledge they accumulate, but also from the insights they glean from introspection. He practiced self-reflection regularly, writing down his thoughts, actions, and decisions, analyzing them without bias or justification. This practice is famously encapsulated in his book Meditations, which offers us a profound glimpse into his philosophical and reflective mind. Aurelius used self-reflection as a means of personal development, as a way to spot his mistakes, and most importantly, as a path to improvement. It allowed him to be honest with himself, to admit his flaws, and to strive towards becoming a better leader and a better person. He taught us that leaders who reflect on their actions are more capable of growth and change, and are more likely to foster positive progress. In our fast-paced world, taking time for reflection may seem like a luxury, but Aurelius showed us that it is in fact a necessity. For those who aspire to lead, remember that the journey towards effective leadership often starts with a journey inward. Make time for self-reflection, and you will be making time for growth and improvement. Rule 5. In the face of adversity, cultivating resilience. Even in the grandeur of the Roman Empire, calamities were as inevitable as in our lives today. Marcus Aurelius was no stranger to these challenges, whether he was battling invasions, surviving a pandemic, or navigating political turmoil. Aurelius faced an array of adversities during his reign, yet he stood undeterred, demonstrating a level of resilience that would etch his name into the annals of history. Aurelius didn't merely survive these challenges, he thrived amidst them, extracting wisdom and growth from the heart of adversity. This was his interpretation of Stoic resilience, viewing each obstacle as an opportunity, a teacher in disguise, a stepping stone to greater wisdom. He once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." For Aurelius, every setback was a setup for a comeback, every challenge a precursor to success. His teachings serve as a timeless reminder for leaders in our current world. Leaders are not those who never face adversity, but those who refuse to be defeated by it. They are the ones who display resilience, who adapt and overcome, who learn from their challenges and use them to propel forward. Remember, Aurelius led one of the most powerful empires in human history, not despite the adversities he faced, but because of how he responded to them. If you aspire to lead, nurture resilience and let adversity shape you into a stronger, wiser leader. Rule 6. Embrace the universe, leading with acceptance. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor in control of one of history's most influential empires, understood that some things were simply beyond his control. Instead of fighting this reality, he embraced it, teaching us that the mark of a true leader is acceptance. In Aurelius's worldview, acceptance was not passive resignation. It was a dynamic, active understanding that every event is part of a larger universal flow. It meant recognizing that some things, whether personal shortcomings, the actions of others, or the unpredictability of life, are outside our control. Instead of resisting these uncontrollable aspects, he encouraged us to accept them, learn from them, and focus on what we can change, our own actions and attitudes. This rule of acceptance formed the bedrock of Aurelius's Stoic philosophy. It encouraged him to maintain a calm mind amidst the chaos of his reign, fostering a sense of peace that no external event could disturb. Aurelius showed us that leaders who can accept things as they are, without unnecessary resistance or frustration, can maintain their composure and effectiveness even in the face of adversity. Today, leaders can look to Aurelius's wisdom as a guide. By focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot, you can create a balanced, productive environment, unperturbed by external turbulence. Embrace the universe, embrace acceptance, and let it guide your path to effective leadership. It's worth noting that many of the principles we have discussed today tie into another crucial topic: turning failure into success. If you enjoyed understanding the leadership rules of Marcus Aurelius and want to delve further into resilience and growth, you'll definitely want to check out our previous video, How to Turn Failure into Success, appearing on your screen now. It's packed with practical tips and insights, further exploring the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. As we wrap up, remember that every journey towards leadership starts with a single step. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius, may your path be one of humility, self-discipline, objectivity, self-reflection, resilience, and acceptance. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Let's continue our journey into wisdom together.